Hey anime fans, welcome to our channel Anime Rewind. In today's video, we're going to recap a 2021 anime television series named Eden Zero. So without wasting any more time, let's get to the video. At the start of the series, Rebecca and Happy, two traveling beekeepers, go to the abandoned Granville Kingdom theme park and meet Shiki, the only human boy raised by robots. Just as Shiki and Rebecca are starting to get along, the robots turn on them and say they want to get even with humans. After getting away together on Rebecca's ship, they shoot off from the planet. Rebecca and Happy both say that they are actually space travelers and that they are about to go on an adventure that will make Shiki's name known all over the universe. Rebecca takes Shiki to the planet Blue Garden so that he can be officially registered as an adventurer. Along the way, a group of thieves kidnaps Happy, but Rebecca gets him back with the help of Shiki and reveals a shocking fact. Happy is actually an android. The gang has been sent away, so the three of them go to the Shooting Starlight Guild to start their journeys together. Shiki joins the Shooting Starlight Guild, but it's not nearly as friendly as he thought it would be. He suggests that they go on a quest to find Mother, the goddess of the cosmos, so that he, Rebecca, and Happy can become famous. The three go to Rebecca's friend Professor Wise on the planet Norma to get a better ship. They don't know that the planet is already dead. Shiki and her friends find out that they have gone back in time 50 years and that the stranger they met is Professor Wise's past self. Also, young Wise has just stolen a valuable briefcase from Severe, the leader of the local gang. Severe thinks Shiki's group is with Wise because they look like Wise's friends. Shiki storms Severe's main office to save Pino, but the greedy Wise grabs Pino instead. Shiki gets caught off guard when Severe tries to hit him over the head with a metal crate. This leaves Rebecca alone to face the powerful Food Brothers. Shiki does not die though. He finds a familiar face on the floor below and tries to fix him. He gets away and goes after Severe, who he beats. Wise changes the Aqua Wing with his Machina Maker ether gear so they can get through the energy field around Norma. Soon, they get a call from Professor Wise, who tells them that Norma's time was eaten by a terrible monster. Elsie Crimson, a space pirate, grabs the group all of a sudden. Shiki decides to rob her of the ship. Elsie thinks this is funny and tells him to find her in her room. Shiki's group soon finds out that Elsie and her crew are not quite as human as they seem. Shiki keeps fighting Elsie, the space pirate, and finishes the fight, only to find out that he was fighting a copycat the whole time. The space pirate tells them that the ship they are on was once the Demon King's ship and is now Shiki's. The group starts to clean the ship of the bugs when an android shows up and changes the ship back to what it was meant to be, the Eden Zero, which says that even though Eden Zero is back to its true form, it has not gotten back to its full strength. She tells him that he needs the power of the Demon King's 4 shining stars to get past the Dragonfall border of the Sakura Cosmos. She remembered that Sister had planned to go to Blue Garden. Rebecca is called to the Shooting Starlight Guild to meet with the Guildmaster. Meanwhile, a mysterious cyborg shows up in front of Lobelia with orders from Sister to kidnap her. Rebecca and the other beekeepers are taken by Rogue Out and sold to Iliga on Guilds, which Rebecca finds out. Shiki promises to save Rebecca on the Eden Zero. Wise tells Shiki that he's snuck on the ship with a mysterious woman who calls herself Hamura and says that she wants to help. She also has an ether gear. Shiki and Pino sneak into the tower while Ganoff and Jin argue with Iliga's soldiers about the payment. While this is going on, Rebecca and the beekeepers come up with a plan to get out of the cell by forming a human pyramid. But Iliga gets Rebecca, and Shiki comes and attacks the frog alien until Pino uses her EMP to stop him. But Jin shows up to keep the fight going from before. Wise started to wonder what Hamura was really up to, and Witch found out that a chronophage was headed for planet Gilst. Shiki and Jin keep fighting until Sister and Ganoff join them, making it a fight between one person and 2 others. Wise and Hamura go into the basement of Rogue Out's hideout to find Sister Ivory of the 4 Shining Stars, who is the real Sister. After the crew gets away from Gilst, they watch as the chronophage eats the planet. After making sure Rebecca is safe and finding Sister, they want to find Valkyrie and Hermit. The witch asks Hamura if Valkyrie's sword used to belong to her. She confirms and says that she too is looking for her teacher Valkyrie. The rest of the crew lets her stay, and Wise decides to join them. While this is going on, the Interstellar Union army checks on the damage to the chronophage. Colonel Jaguar points out that this is why Drakenjo is now in the Sakura cosmos. Sister was surprised to find Hermit so quickly, but she notices that something is wrong with her. After a checkup, she figures out that Hermit has gone into an abnormal sleep mode, which thinks it's a great idea that Shiki wants to fix her from the inside. She thinks that Hermit is using dive mode to go to Digitalis, a super virtual world. The group then goes to the dive room and gets ready to go to the super virtual planet. After briefly talking to the mass murderer Jamilov, who says he will be back, the player logs out. People in the town tell Shiki's group where Hermit is. But when they ask her to join them, she says no because she doesn't like people. They think about what they should do if an army of monsters comes to wreck the town. Homura keeps following Amira and finds out that the spy is really looking for Drakenjo. Before the spy could kill her, Homura deflects a bullet that was almost going to hit her. Hermit, meanwhile, suggests that they use cheats. Weiss lets her use his account, so she can take away Jamilov's invulnerability and turn Shiki into a kaiju. When Hermit was on planet Newton, she decides to help them with her ether accelerator. This is shown in a flashback. During her stay, she wants to be friends with them, which they are happy to do until the Interstellar Union Army shuts down his lab 2 years later. Shiki's group makes it into the dress factory and asks Hermit to save them in the present. The crew decides to go to Mildian to find out where Valkyrie is by talking to the legendary seer. The crew meets Xiaomei, the Time Oracle, who tells them that they have to win 4 rounds before she tells them where to find Valkyrie. But in the middle of the battle, Homura is picked for the last round and has to fight against an unexpected opponent. After they won their last match, Xiaomei kept her promise and told the crew that Valkyrie would be on the planet of gemstones, Sun Jewel. Shiki and Homura are sent to the labor district as low-level criminals after the robbers are taken care of. There, they must collect all of the planet's metals in order to get their freedom. Rebecca's group saved Homura and Shiki and helped them defeat Blackrock, the Lord of the Mines, so that their counters could go down to 0. In a flashback, we see how Homura and Valkyrie used to be friends, and why Valkyrie left her student. Shiki plans to bring Madame Kurenai back to Homura after getting into her lair. Rebecca and Weiss go to the warehouse to get new weapons and clothes. Shiki brings Madame Kurenai down to the labor district, where they continue fighting. Homura must face her mother, Kurenai, to find out what will happen to her. Kurenai makes fun of him by saying that her Night Gear weapons can't hurt it. Shiki, on the other hand, tells her that his fist did, and that he will use it to stop the missile with his gravity. Then, Xiaomei tells how the adventure isn't over yet, because there is more to come. The 4 shining stars have also been put together, which means that the crew of Edens can leave the Sakura cosmos to look for Mother. That's all for this video. Hope you have enjoyed watching this video. So, who's your favorite character in the movie? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so that you'll never miss any updates.